Imagine you are sitting at a dinner table. The food is warm. The room is quiet. And the person across from you, the one who is supposed to love you unconditionally, looks at you and says something that makes you feel like you are disappearing. Not physically, but something inside you goes hollow. If you have ever felt the psychology of people who have endured too much trauma from their parents, you already know this feeling. And today, we need to talk about it. You are not overreacting. You are not too sensitive. What happened to you was real, and the way it rewired your brain, your nervous system, your entire sense of self, that is real too. Here is a scenario. Picture a child, maybe 7 or 8 years old, who learns very early that love is not free. Love is conditional. It comes with silence when you disappoint someone. It comes with a look that does not need words to cut deep. Or sometimes, it does not come at all. And that child grows up. They become an adult. They walk into job interviews, friendships, romantic relationships. But somewhere in the back of their mind, a quiet voice is still asking the same question they asked at 7 years old. Am I enough? Will they leave me if I stop being useful? That child might be you. And if it is, stay with me. Because what comes next might be the most important thing you hear about yourself today. What parental trauma actually does is not poetic. It is biological. And understanding the mechanics of it might be the first step toward genuine healing. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have studied what they call adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. Their findings are striking. Children who grow up in emotionally unsafe homes defined by criticism, neglect, unpredictability, or emotional manipulation, show measurable changes in brain structure. The amygdala, which is the part of your brain responsible for detecting threat, becomes hyperactive. It fires more often, it fires louder, and it fires even when there is no actual danger. This is why, as an adult, a slightly raised voice from a colleague can send your heart racing. This is why a moment of silence from someone you love can feel catastrophic. Your brain is not being dramatic. It was trained over years of childhood experience to expect the worst. It learned that safety was temporary and that love could vanish without warning, so it stays ready, always scanning, always bracing. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, one of the world's leading trauma researchers, wrote something that has stayed with many people. The body keeps the score. What he means is that trauma does not live only in memory. It lives in your muscles, your gut, your posture, your breath. When someone who endured parental trauma says they feel tense all the time, or that they cannot relax even in safe environments, this is not weakness. This is a nervous system doing exactly what it was shaped to do. There is also the matter of attachment. Psychologist John Bowlby spent decades studying how early bonds between children and caregivers form the template for every relationship that follows. When those early bonds are marked by fear, inconsistency, or emotional unavailability, children develop what researchers call insecure attachment styles. Some become anxious, clinging to relationships out of terror of abandonment. Others become avoidant, building walls so high that genuine intimacy feels almost physically uncomfortable. Some oscillate between both, drawn toward closeness, then panicking when they find it. And here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Many of the people carrying the deepest parental wounds are the ones who appear the most composed on the outside. They built that composure deliberately, because in their childhood home, falling apart was not allowed, or it was met with more pain. So they learned to hold everything together, to smile through it, to achieve, to perform, to be the helper, the peacekeeper, the invisible one who never needed anything. But underneath that composure, something aches, and we are getting closer to understanding exactly what that ache is trying to tell you. There is a specific kind of grief that comes with parental trauma that is almost impossible to explain to someone who has not lived it. It is not grief for something you lost. It is grief for something you never had. You cannot mourn a safe childhood if you never experienced one. But some part of you still knows it was supposed to exist. You see it in other families. You read about it. You feel its absence like a shape that was always missing from your life. Psychologists sometimes call this ambiguous loss, the mourning of something that was never concrete enough to name, but whose absence changed everything. And then there is the loyalty trap. Even when parents have caused significant harm, many survivors of parental trauma feel an almost paralyzing sense of guilt when they acknowledge the pain. Because this is not a stranger who hurt you. This is your mother, your father, someone you also love, or wanted to love, or tried to love, even as they were hurting you. That contradiction, loving someone and being wounded by them simultaneously, creates an internal war that can last decades. Many people spend years in therapy not to stop loving their parents, but simply to give themselves permission to say, what happened was not okay. That sentence for some people takes years to form, because saying it feels like a betrayal. Even when the hurt is obvious and documented and real, there is a voice that whispers, but they did their best. But they had their own trauma. But who are you to judge? And maybe all of that is true. Maybe they did carry their own wounds. But here is what the research and quiet honesty both confirm. Understanding someone's pain does not require you to pretend your own pain did not happen. Compassion for others does not cancel out compassion for yourself. The people who survive this, and more than survive, who genuinely begin to heal, tend to share one quiet turning point. Not a dramatic confrontation, not a perfect apology from a parent. Just a moment, often private, often ordinary, when they decide that their own well-being is worth tending to, that they are allowed to put down the weight they were handed as children and had been carrying without question ever since. That moment is not selfishness, it is survival, and sometimes it is the bravest thing a person can do. If any part of what you just heard felt like someone finally found the words for something you have been carrying quietly for a very long time, I want you to know something. You are not alone in this, not even close. There are people watching this right now who grew up in the same kind of silence, the same kind of tension, the same kitchen table fear, and most of them have never said it out loud to anyone. So if this video reached something in you, something real and unspoken, consider sharing it. Not because of the channel, because of the person in your life who might need to hear this today and does not yet know how to ask for it. The friend who always seems fine but never really is. The sibling who went quiet years ago. The version of yourself that needed these words a decade ago. This channel exists to say the things that are hardest to say. If that matters to you, subscribe, share, and let someone else know they are not invisible. We will keep going as long as you are here.